Want to learn the best way to promote your Etsy shop for free? Do you want to get more sales but you don't want to use paid ads to do it? Then keep watching this video. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, the place to be if you are a serious handmade business owner and you want to scale your handmade business to a full-time gig. Hi, I'm Steph and I have grown a six-figure top 1% Etsy shop all from the comfort of my own home in a really saturated niche, jewelry, and I'm here to basically teach you how to do the same thing. So today we are talking about how to promote your Etsy shop for free. Now I am going to be looking down because I have got a lot of notes here. You might want to replay this a couple of times, take some notes and make sure to execute on these, because a lot of people, when they say, Steph, like I'm still not getting sales, they miss videos out, they don't implement the tips and tricks and stuff like that. So that's why you want to subscribe, you want to give this video a big thumbs up to help other people find it. You want to click the bell icon as well to be notified when new stuff comes out on the channel so you are not behind and you have the up-to-date Etsy tips and tricks. So the first section of this video, we're going to be talking about social media, okay? And here's the thing, the first tip is to make sure that you are using a social media network where your target market actually hangs out. Don't be using TikTok if all your audience are the older kind of end of the spectrum and they're on Facebook. Don't be using Instagram if your products do not photograph well or you have to explain what your product is. It's really a simple thing, guys. Focus on one social media network, the one where your audience most hangs out on, and master that one first. For the first year of your business, you do not want to be going into all the different social media networks and trying to master them, because you will not do it. You'll spread yourself thin and you'll end up with like 3 or 4 really wishy-washy social media profiles. So that would be my first big tip. I'm interrupting my own video to ask you a question. So you're watching this because you want more Etsy sales, right? And did you know that conversion rate is absolutely the key if you want to do that on Etsy and beyond? You want to build a thriving business, an amazing brand, all on Etsy. If you want to do that, then you need to grab this free masterclass. It's insanely valuable. It's happening today. Secure your free spot using the link in the description box below, and I can't wait to see you on the inside. Now, let's get back to the video. So number 2 is to make sure to post relevant, engaging social media content on those channels. Guys, I cannot tell you the amount of brands that I have seen, the amount of Etsy social profiles that I have seen where they're posting content that they think their target market would like and engage with, but they don't, okay? You really need to be obsessively knowing who your target market is before you even post any content. And even before you post any content, ask yourself the question, am I posting this because I have to, or am I posting it because my target market is going to love it? That was a question that really pivoted the whole social media game for me. I felt as if I had to post something every day, whereas I really wanted to be over here, which is I'm posting this because my target market would love it. Even if that means posting like 2 or 3 times a week, you need to just be making sure that every one of your posts is getting really good engagement from your target market. If it's not, you need to monitor that, take note of what is working and what's not working, and change depending on what the results of that is. My next tip is to only post your items for sale 20 to 30 to maybe pushing it 40% of the time. Remember this, guys, it's more important to build a long-term brand than it is to get a quick sale. I'm going to say that again because it's really important. It's super 10 billion times more valuable for you to build a long-lasting brand, okay, that your audience trusts, than making a quick sale. So if it's the difference between you posting 5 or 6 sales posts this week to get 2 or 3 sales versus building trust, authority in your niche and a really great brand, I would choose the brand any day of the week. The next tip is to create content buckets, okay? And what this means is that you pull from each bucket every single week. So you make yourself a schedule and you say, I have, 4 content buckets. I have reviews, I have memes, I have questions, and I have products, okay? And I would be going in there and adding different pieces of content to those different buckets every single month so that I know that I always have content to schedule out. And I would also make sure not to forget that if you've got like a content bucket behind the scenes, and the reason I'm saying this is because I always do, is to make sure to snap a picture of what you're doing. Don't just let it go to waste. If your desk is messy, filled with orders, take a picture of it. People want to see behind the scenes. If you're about to unwrap a new parcel of stuff you're going to make, take a video, take a picture of it. You've really got to make sure to document your journey, because people are going to love that. They're going to lap it up, and it's going to build trust with you as well. So just going off topic there a little bit, make sure to always have your phone with you and snap a picture if you can. So my next tip is to use a scheduler like Later. Later is amazing. I use it. It's free. What more could you ask for? You literally click and drag your post onto the timeline and it's done. Schedule in your social media a month or two in advance to make sure that if anything crops up and you can't post anything on that day, you have something going out. My next tip is to monitor your KPIs, your key performance indicators on your social media, and monitor what's getting engagement, what's working and what's not. Kind of the same as what I said before, but make sure that you do that. So the next section is blogging. Most people, and here's the thing, most people don't care about what you have to sell. And that's a really hard truth, and it sounds really heartless. And I know as handmade business owner, we are super emotionally connected to our product, and it's understandable, okay? But here's the thing, people don't care about what you have to sell until they need to care. Okay, so let me just say that again, just to really get that through. People don't care about what you have to sell until they need to care, okay? And here's the thing. People don't care that you have an organic cotton baby romper until they have a child and they have to care about its well-being, its skin, whatever, right? And that goes for everything, all of your customers, everything that you sell. People don't care until they have to care, okay? So your product solves a problem, right? So what do we need to do? We need to really look at the customer and say, this is your problem, this is how bad it is, but don't worry, here's my product to solve it for you, okay? And that is the basics behind all of copywriting, all of description writing, all of social media post writing, and blog, which is what we're going to be talking about, okay? So you need to draw their attention to their problem. You can absolutely set up a blog on your own website. You can use a free website like Squarespace, Blogger. I mean, I would recommend Squarespace over Blogger, to be honest with you. And you can use your own domain name for that blog, so that if eventually you do set up your own website, it's pointing back to your own website as opposed to a standalone blog. But if you don't want your own website yet, I would still recommend blogging about your journey, blogging about your products, and really educating your customers as to what their problem is and how big of a problem it really is. So leave me a comment below. Are you going to start a blog? Let me know if this makes sense, and give me a thumbs up to let me know this is definitely making sense for you guys. So for blogging, the next tip, number 3, is to blog about common questions or issues that your target market has. A great free website is answerthepublic.com, and Google, and also using a Chrome extensions called Keywords Everywhere is a really great way to do this. But if you want just a really basic way to start off, go to answerthepublic.com. I think it's 1 to 2 searches a day is free, and then anything after that you have to pay, but that's ample. And just start typing in what you sell, and you will get questions. I think it's like what, how, why, etc., etc. And you will get questions that people are asking through answerthepublic.com, and then basically you can go through and create blog posts to answer those questions. Be sure to research 5 to 10 keywords for that blog post topic as well. Sprinkle them in your blog content to be ranked on Google as well. And the more that your website gains traction, its score comes up, the more chance that your blog will be shown in search results when someone Googles that exact same question. So it's really a win-win. Not only are you educating your target market, you are putting your product in there as the solution for their problem, and also eventually your blog post is going to be coming up on Google when someone types in that question. So really blogging is just the best thing ever. So you definitely want to be getting on that. Now that does lead me on to my next point. So in every blog post, make sure to naturally lead back to one of your products and link that in there as well. So let's say, for example, that you make organic baby rompers and you make a blog post that says how organic cotton is made, maybe something like that. Maybe that's a question that your target market wants to know. And then naturally you say, talking of organic cotton, this is one of my top sellers that I use organic cotton for, and you naturally link back to your product. It's in a non-gross salesy way. You're educating your target market, and they're going to be like, oh, I'm learning all about organic cotton. I want to see this romper. I want to see what's going on here. I want to see what the dealio is. Am I buying the wrong rompers? This blog post is kind of telling me so, and I want to be super parent, so I want to go and get this organic all singing, all dancing romper. So you kind of see what I mean, right? Is it's organically linking back to your product. And the next thing is to promote your post across social media channels and your email list. And if you haven't watched this video where I talk about how to market your Etsy shop using email, then you need to go and watch that after this video, because that's going to tell you how to incorporate this with your email strategy. So the next category is email. Your number one priority, apart from getting revenue in through the doors, should be to get people on your email list. So it should be like this, okay? Number one, getting revenue, getting sales. Number two, getting people on your email list. Number three should be your social media profiles, and then you work your way down from there. So really your top two priorities, getting sales and getting people on your email list. I'm going to go blue in the face by saying this, but you want to be starting an email list if you haven't. I have videos on my channel about doing that, starting it, how to start it. I've got loads of them on there. Definitely go and have a little search on my channel, but you really should be your priority, okay? That's because email actually converts sales-wise better than a social media post and a blog post put together, okay? So that is why you want to be doing email, guys. You're missing out. You're leaving sales on the table if you haven't got an email list. Have I said that enough now? Like, do you guys, are you going to like go off after this video and make an email list? Because, you know, you should. You get people onto your email list through things like discounts, freebies, and sneak peeks and stuff like that. So it's not hard to get people onto your email list. If you have done everything else right and you know your target market, getting people on your email list should not be a difficult thing, but you want to give them some kind of incentive to separate themselves from their email address, because believe me, people are becoming more and more guarded about their email address. So the thing that you give them in exchange for that has got to be of immense value. And if you don't want to go into that, you just want this to be done, then just offer them a 10% discount code, because what person doesn't love a discount? So once they are on your email list, you want to onboard them, which basically means you want to warm them up and welcome them with a targeted and optimized email welcome sequence. Now, if you're using the free version of MailChimp, you have to upgrade to Automate. I would 100% recommend it, and I'm not sponsored or affiliated or anything like that, but I would 100% recommend doing that. And the reason for this is that it automatically happens without you having to physically send them a welcome email, okay? And you need to make sure to craft 3 to 5 emails that warms them up about your brand, who you are, their problem, the product that you have to solve it, etc., etc. So that's what I mean by warming them up, is that you want to warm them to the idea of them becoming one of your valued customers. So within the welcome sequence, I would recommend also adding value. So not only are you educating your customer about you and your brand, but you are also adding value. And this could be through sharing 1 or 2 of your best blog posts. It could be inviting them to a Facebook group. It could be just literally creating a blog post or a shorter blog post within the email itself. You've really got to add value to that customer. So what you end up having is a raving customer who's like hungry to buy, and then they toodle on off to your Etsy shop and actually purchase something from you. And all this happens automatically, and that's what I can't get over, right? I've written thousands of emails, guys, and I can tell you this, is that as long as you know who your target customer is, you will be fine, okay? And you will know exactly what to say, how to say it, and add value in a way that makes that customer hungry to buy. And the amazing thing is, as I just said, is that this can all happen whilst you sleep. And this is how the big 1% Etsy shops, like this gal, does it, okay? Is that I warm people up, I add value, and I make sure that I drive their attention to their pain point. And the next thing is, when you launch, you have to make sure to add hype to the launch. And what I mean is, let's say that you have a product drop happening on the 1st of December, right? Work back 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 months, even if you want to be super into it. I'd say about a month or 2, if not. And let's say October, you start to say, hey, something new is coming, and you get them involved. You get them to answer a survey about what they want to see. You have a competition on your social media to win a sneak peek of one of the items. You share behind the scenes, and you really build hype the closer to the launch date it gets. And if you welcome them correctly, added value, etc., then you build hype for your new collection. Well, you can only imagine the magic that's going to happen when you do launch that collection, and you build urgency within those launch emails, and you say, hey guys, this is limited collection. You want to go and get this now. Do not wait. It's just going to be a magic formula for you to be making like $1,000 extra a month, just literally by doing this. And guys, I'm not over exaggerating. You need to be on this. So you know what steps you need to promote your Etsy shop online for free, but what's the point in driving all of that traffic if your listings do not convert well? Well, that's why I have created a freebie for you. It's an 80-minute free masterclass called the 3-step system to skyrocket your Etsy conversion rate. If you are a serious handmade business owner, you need to watch this masterclass. Guys, it's super valuable. I pack so much content in there. The link for that is in the description box below. And if you want to find out more about marketing on Etsy, then check out these videos here. Guys, if you also want to join our Facebook group, super amazing Etsy help Facebook group, I'm in there live once a week. The link for that is in the box below as well. But for now, guys, I shall catch you in the next video. Bye, everyone.